Welcome back to another episode of Amateur Pool. Hope everyone out there is doing great. Today we've got a 9-ball set, and don't worry, that autofocus ends soon, I promise. I think it's right after the first break it stops. I'm Josh Powell, your host, and we're playing 9-ball today. We're doing a set with Mr. Brian Scott. We're doing an APA style race. It's not an APA match by any means. We are playing push out after the break. You can jump. So regular 9-ball, but we're using the scoring method, meaning ball count. I've got to go to 75. Brian's got to go to 38. So let's get into this, guys. Let's get into it. Bro did not have a look at the 1-ball, so I tried to play a safety there unsuccessfully. I did not want to hit the 2. I wanted that cue ball to bounce off the back short rail and back up behind the 6, 8, 7. But it's not the way it worked, so Brian does have a look at the 1. In fact, he's got a shot here. It's a little awkward bridging over top of the 2, but I was going to say Buddy can handle it. It's not the case. He missed it. He missed it, you know. Now it looks like I'm set up for another safety here. If I graze the left side of the 1-ball, bank the 1 back behind the 6, 8, and put the cue ball behind like the 5 or the 9. That's the goal on this shot. As you can see, my speed was off yet again, and I left him a good shot here. So if he can cut this 1 in, he should go back and forth. Well, actually, he'll probably come back and hit the 5-ball. Oh, he missed the 5-ball, but he also missed the 1. I think he left me a shot finally this time. We're off to a rocky start here today, boys and girls. Off to a rocky start. I think we can pull it together, though, and make for a decent match here. Just stick around. Maybe if you hit the like button, the match gets better. I don't know if that's true or not, but you can still hit the like button, you know. That's probably not true. But let's test it. Give it a try. You know, let's give it a try and see. See if that works or not. All right, so I made the 1. Don't have a good look at the 2, so I'm looking at hiding the cue ball back behind that 6, 8. I put too much spin on it and didn't get anywhere near the 6, 8. Oh, man, I'm willing to bet you didn't hit the like button. That's why that happened, you know. If you'd hit the like button, I probably would have got that safety, I bet. All right, Brian cuts it in now for his first point in the match. We're looking at 1 to 2. We're off to a slow start. Again, first rack, and as you can see, the match isn't super long, so it definitely does get better. Nice shot on the 2. All right, he's got a good look at the 5 here. If all he's got to do is make this 5 with the right speed, the cue ball should come back over for the 6. We hit it too hard, too, though. If he would have hit that softer, he would have had shape. But he's got to make the ball either way. Either way, he's got to make the ball. Guys, listen, I want to tell you about something real quick, and not to bring down the mood or anything, but this guy here in Michigan, he's a pool player. His name's Joe Golden. His daughter is 18 years old, and she was hit by a car. She was in critical condition, and she had to have a couple surgeries, I believe, and she's going to have to go through rehabilitation. I'm not sure if she's going to be able to walk. She had spinal injuries. But it's just so sad, man. I've got a daughter that's 24 and a son that's 19, and I just can't imagine what he's going through. So my heart goes out to you, Joe, and your whole family, man. Prayers for your daughter. Hopefully she heals up quick. Joe's got a GoFundMe that was started for him by somebody. I'm going to put that link down in the description, guys. If you're able to, jump in there and throw a few dollars that way, man. It could really mean a lot for that family. And I appreciate you guys, and I know Joe appreciates you as well. So, sorry for the downer news, man, but all of our prayers are with Joe. If you want to leave a comment, man, let him know you're thinking about him. I know he watches the videos, so let him know. Let him know we're all supporting him, man, from the pool community. And, prayers for you guys, man. So, we'll move on to the match here, man. I just wanted to let everyone know about that. Send your prayers out and help with that GoFundMe. The link's in the description. I know it's appreciated, man. I appreciate it, and I know they appreciate it as well. So back to the match, guys. We'll move on from there. That's all I'm going to say about that. I apologize. I just wanted to make sure everybody was aware, and maybe we can get that family some help, you know. All right, so I made the 7 with a little left spin, went 2 rails back and forth, and now I got a shot at the 8. I'm a little off angle on this. I don't like using inside here. I like using outside and going around the table. And maybe, yeah, short side. Just hitting it a little soft and going short side and shooting it up table. That's really the smarter way to play it, man. And if I make this, I'm going to be up 7-3. So every ball, in case I didn't explain, every ball you make is worth 1 point, except the 9 ball. When you make the 9 ball, it's worth 2 points. That means there's a total of 10 points in every rack. As you can see, the end of the first rack, the score is 7-3. So we accounted for all 10 points. Now, if you make a ball and scratch, then the ball you made doesn't count as a point. It counts as a dead ball. And you'll see later on in the match, we keep track of those as well, just to make sure all the math adds up. Oh, nice little bank on that 1 ball, and with good shape on the 2. I think I can make this 2 with a little top left spin, come off the rail and down the table for the 3. Well, I had enough angle to not even worry about coming off the rail per se. I just drifted it down. It was like a stun run, stun follow, stun run, whatever you want to call it. But I did get good shape on the 3. Probably hit this. What am I going to hit this with? Top inside. Okay, I hit it soft for the 4 on the other side. I like that. For a second there, I thought I was going to try to come back to the other side of the table, which would have been doom, you know? D-U-M-B, doom. I think that's how you spell it and say it. All right, made the 4. Nice little shape on the 5. That was just rolling the 4 in. I didn't do anything special with that. Probably use a little draw with a little outside, meaning right spin on this one. Come off the rail and spin down towards the middle of the table. Yeah, towards the middle of the table. And I got a good shot at the 7. If I have no angle on this, then I'm just going to draw it straight back. If I have an angle, then I'll probably follow off that end rail and come back up for the 8 ball. It looks like I'm putting draw on it, so I must not have much angle. Yeah, there's a little pokey stroke, man. There it is, a little jabby Jew. I noticed that stroke rearing its ugly head up quite a few times in this match, man. I've been working lately on trying to stop jabbing the ball like that, but I'm still doing it. It's years of habit that I'm trying to break. It's not easy to break, but I am trying. Just like I tried to cut that 8 ball in and missed it dramatically and in horrible fashion. I missed that shot. Brings Brian back to the table with an easy 1-2 finish in this rack. There's 1, and he came up table maybe a little far for the 9 ball. What you doing, bro? What you doing, bro? Came up way too far for that. Never a doubt, though, he still clutched it up and almost scratched. So at the end of the second rack, the score is 14-6. You add those together, it equals 20. That means the total points in 2 racks, 20. So we are accurate on our score. Brian broke. I don't think he made anything. 3, 6, 9. No, he didn't make anything except the cue ball. That ain't no good. That ain't no good, Brian. You want to make more than just the cue ball, bro. You got to make more than the cue ball, but I'll take the ball in hand. I'm going to start with that 1. Use a little straight follow on this and come up. I want to come almost up to the top rail for the 2 because I want the angle to get to where I was just looking at for the 3 ball. I got to get good shape on that 3 if I'm going to make it, man. It's a tight window. I want to try to shape the 3 between the 6 and the 5. That's my goal. But first I got to make the 1 and shape the 2. Which I did all right at. I would have liked to have come up further to make the shape on the 3 a little easier to get to. Now I have to use top with a little bit of right spin, come off the top rail, and then off the side rail. Oh, I didn't use the side rail. I just tried using my speed to get down there. Did I get it? It's close. I'm not sure I got there. Yeah, it looks like I'm jacking up and putting a little spin on this one. I'm going to try to curve it slightly. Made a good hit. But, that's where it ends. I got a lucky leave. Didn't leave Brian a simple shot. The 2's kind of in the way. But I didn't get great shape on that 3, man. And it was tight, It was a tight shape. It wasn't easy to get, but I wish I would have got it, Could have got it. If I'd have just focused a little more, I might have been able to get it, Got the old purple non-sponsored drink today. The purple one. Usually I drink the blue one, but Purple one's good. I like them both. All right, Brian tried kicking at that 3 and missed every single ball on the table. Now I got ball in hand again. So, can I create more gap here? 16-6 right now. And I'd really like to run this out if I can. It'd be what, 24-6? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Yeah, it'd be 24-6 if I run this out. We'll see if I can do it or not. Made a good shot on the 1, got on the 2. Or, I mean, the 3 got on the 4. Colorblind. I'm colorblind. All right. Not a bad shot to get on the 5 either. So I've got to be careful here when I get on this 5. I don't want to run into the 7 because that'll hinder me from getting onto the 6. I got to avoid that 7 ball like the plague. And I did. Good job. If I'd have hit that 7, man, it really would have screwed me up. Instead, I ended up perfect on the 6. I can just make this with a slight draw. I don't want to draw back much. Really just kind of a stop shot, and I'll be dead on that 7. Yeah, that'll work perfect. Just a little stun, get me a little closer to the 7. I like that. I like that a lot. Now, if I have an angle, I can use top, but it looks like I'm using bottom, so I probably don't have much angle here. Yeah, I was just trying to draw it, but there's that little jab stroke again. Rearing its ugly head up, man. Keep jabbing, you know, like I'm a fighter trying to jab it up. Ain't no good. Ain't no good. I don't like it one bit, you know. All right. See if I can finish this rack, though. Make the 8. A little bit of right spin. Come down for the 9. Don't hit it. Oof. All right, this makes the shot quite a bit tougher, but one I still should be able to handle. And I say should because, you know as well as I do, I don't always handle them. You know, especially with this jabby stroke I've got going on right now. I don't like it. Yeah, I jabbed it again. And look at there, I missed the ball. Is that a coincidence? I don't think so. You know, when I jab it, I miss the ball. No coincidence there. Got to follow through, man. Can't pull back on your stick. And I know that. And it's just a bad habit I'm trying to break. Luckily for me, Brian missed his shot on the 9 as well. And he's going to give me that 9 ball, which I appreciate. Now the score is 24-6. That's 6, in case you didn't know. You already knew. You already know, bro. Look at that break. Made some balls there. Is that 2 going to fall too? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I made 3 balls. 3 huevos on that, you know? Not eggs, not huevos. We're not playing with eggs. We're playing with balls, you know? Am I going to try to bank this one? It looks like it. Yeah, slow speed bank to stay on the 3. Was a good shot. I'll take that all day long. I still have a shot on the 3, although it's a pretty thin cut. Gotta be careful with this one, man. It's so close. Nice, nice. Not bad. Not a bad cut there. I noticed my stroke was a little better on that particular shot, which it needed to be because the shot was not easy. But I managed to make it work. So let's see what I got on this 6 ball. Am I going to bank this 6 now too? If I do, I got to kind of use top spin to get back for the 7. And I did. And I did. That was pretty okay. That was a pretty okay shot. So I'm up 30-6. We've got a total of 4 points left in this rack. See if I can pick those extra 4 points up. Just clutch the 7, man, is all you got to do. No, that was way off, man. Way off. That was not clutching the 7. That was clutching your huevos and trying to shoot the 7 horribly, man. That was one of the worst shots I've ever seen in my life. Just kidding. I've seen way worse. I've actually done way worse shots than that, so don't worry about it, little Timmy. I know we've all hit bad shots. It's just the way it goes. But I didn't leave Brian a ton. He tried to back cut that 7 in. Oh, and he scratches. I appreciate that, Brian. You're making this easy on me, my friend. My friend, my friend, my friend. Brian and I did play, and he'll appreciate the fact I'm going to mention this. We did play an 8-ball set together as well. But you see how the camera was just auto-focusing? I don't know how well that's going to look once it renders. Anyway, after I post it, I'm not sure how much of that autofocus you guys will see. But the camera kept autofocusing, zooming in and out real quick during the entire 8-ball match that we played. So I'm not able to use that footage. But I am going to tell you guys, Brian beat me in 8-ball. You're welcome, Brian. Brian was upset the fact I didn't have that footage to use. He said, oh, that was a horrible miss. He said, likely story. You know, the only footage that isn't usable is the one I beat you in. So I told him I'd save the footage and show it to him. Let's see his opinion on it. I don't think I could post it. It wouldn't be, nobody would watch it, man. It would just give people seizures, I think. But he beat me on it. So kudos to you, Brian. But that's an 8-ball. That was different. This is 9-ball. And as of right now, I'm whooping his ass, you know. And I apologize for saying the A word, man. I know it's a family channel. But the A word isn't that bad. You know, I don't feel like that's bad. I mean, you hear that everywhere. Everywhere you go, you hear that A word. You know, I don't even consider that a bad word. Anyway, I apologize. I know it's a family channel. I'll be the last words, potty mouth, come out of, yeah, you know what I'm saying, words. Hard to use these words sometimes, you know. It's too many words, I forget them. I forget which ones I need to say. Anyway, I'm rambling. Back to the match, guys, back to the match. Nice try on that cut with the 2-ball. That was not an easy shot. But good news for me, bad news for Brian. He left me in pretty easy shot. But to get shape on this 3, I've got to be pretty precise here. I've got to use left spin. I can use top with left spin or just straight left, either way. And I've got to come 2 rails up to exactly the middle of the table. It might be too hard. Nope, I got there. All right, that was perfect. If I'd have hit that any harder and a little bit softer, I would have been tough, you know, but I got a good looking shot on this 3 now. One I should not miss, but you know, there I go with that should word again, because you just never know with me. And that's why I say that right there. You know, that's why I say that. I go ahead and miss the 3 and scratch. So it is what it is, man. I'm glad I didn't make the 3. Well, I don't know. It's an extra point for Brian. I guess the 3 still on the table. If I'd made the 3, it would have been a dead ball. And you would have seen my cool little graphic pop up saying dead balls won. But you'll see that later on, guys. No hurry. We'll get there. We'll get there. We're almost there, as a matter of fact, I think. So Brian makes, as expected, makes the easy shot on the 3. He's got a decent look at the 5, but he undercut it, missed it, and he left me a shot at the 5. It's a little bit of a cut shot, but it's just like that 9-ball I missed earlier. You know, it's one I should handle, but sometimes I don't. You know, I should handle it. Sometimes I don't. And basically, I feel like an idiot when I miss those shots. There I go again, you know. You feel dumb. You feel dumb when you miss a shot like that you should make, you know. Can't help it. Pool's a prideful game, and you try not to let your pride get involved, but you can't help it when people are watching. You're playing a tournament or something, and you miss a ball. Your face gets a little red. You can't help it, man. You feel dumb. But everyone misses. So we just got to keep telling ourselves, don't worry about it. You know, you get used. I've missed so much, I'm used to it. I'm used to missing. Doesn't even faze me anymore. I don't mind missing. I don't even mind. Now, Brian scratching gives me yet another ball in hand. I wish I would have put a ball in hand counter on this match, because he's given me ball in hand several times already. All right, so I decided to start over here. I like this shot. I'm going to make the 5 with straight top, come off the side long rail, and back over towards the middle of the table. That way I can shoot the 6 in the same pocket. It's the way to go. It's the way to go. Now my cue ball has the angle to drift down towards that template rack at the foot spot, so I'll end up with a good shot on the 7. All I got to do is stun it or just draw it a little bit. That stun shot. That'll work. That'll work. All right, now I'm off angle. I could have stunned that down a little further, so I would have had the right angle, but now I've got the wrong angle, so I've got to use left spin and come around the table to shoot this. I could hit it real light and just shoot the 8 up in the corner. That's really what I should do there, but I didn't. I wanted to put the 8 in the easy pocket, so I moved the cue ball way more than I had to, which is risky and dangerous. Don't do that. You know, don't do what I do. Do what I say. You know, just like your parents. Don't do what I do. Do what I say. Yeah, I should have just tapped that in and shot the 8 up here in the corner. instead of coming around the table for that tougher shot. Luckily for me, it worked out, and luckily for me, I bumped that 9 and gave myself a little separation. Now I can put it in the side. Otherwise, I would have been smooched up on it, you know? I don't know, smooched up, however you want to say it, bro. I'd have been clapping it, you know? For you younger folks that watch, you know what I'm talking about. I'd have done clap that 9 ball. Clapped it all up. Oh, boy. All right, so I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I made 2 on the break there, so now I'm looking at 41 to 11. Remember, I've got to go to 75. He's got to go to 38. So, although it looks like I'm blowing him out, it's really not too far off. He gets 4 or 5 ball run, he's right in there. That's all he's got to do. I know I didn't want to bump that 3 ball. If I would have missed that 3 ball and came up towards the middle of the table a little more, I would have had better shot here. Now I've got a very thin cut. I don't like it. I don't like this thin cut. See if I can handle it. A lot of times I can. I should be able to. Oh, the cue ball came back and hit my stick. Rewind the tape. So now I got 1 dead ball. You see my graphic there. 1 dead ball because I made that and fouled, so that ball doesn't count. It's dead. And if you rewind the tape, you'll see it. The cue ball came off the rail, hit my stick. I didn't move my stick out of the way like a dum-dum, you know. So that's a foul. I don't even think Brian noticed it, to be honest with you. I just said, yo, I double hit that. Came back and hit my stick. Hit my stick, man. Hit my stick. You know? I don't know why I said it like that. It's just fun. It's fun. Happy Tuesday. I know I said it in my last video. Hope everyone had a good Halloween. You know, I'm happy to be back in front of the camera putting out some matches, guys. I'm going to try to get a bunch of matches out in the next month and 2. I would love, like in a perfect world, I'd get a match out every day if I could. But it's not feasible. You know, it's not enough time to play a match, edit a match, commentate a match, export it, upload it, make a thumbnail. There's just not enough time for all that to do it every day. But what I'd like to do is record 5, 6, 7 matches in a row, maybe between the span of 1 or 2 days, and then just work on them. Maybe get them out every other day, you know? So anyway, enough of that, guys. Just my goal is to get more matches out for you, more videos, not just matches. I want to do other videos as well. You know, I've tried my hand at a few other types of videos. Some of them turn out pretty good. Some of them flop. But, I mean, I'm going to keep trying different stuff as long as it's pool related. It's fun to record, and it's fun to do. And I hope some of you guys like watching them. You know, I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Meanwhile, Brian, I was about to say Brian's starting to come back. But then just as I cursed him, a commentator cursed him, and he missed the 7 ball. Or is that the 8 ball? I can't tell. It looks burgundy. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's a 7. So I'll thin this in, but I have to overcut it. Yeah, you see how that went into the left side of the pocket? If I would have put that in the center of the pocket, my cue ball would have probably scratched in the corner. Left myself a little bit off on the 9, and I have missed a couple 9s already. So don't be surprised if I miss this one too. It's just the way it. Watch my stroke here. Watch me jab it and pull it back. Yeah. It was slight that time. I'm trying to resist the urge, but I can't help it. I'm just pulling it back a little bit. After I hit the cue ball, I pull the stick back. And that affects your stroke. It really doesn't matter what you do with the stick after you make contact with the cue ball. But when your mind is ready to pull back on it, it affects the stroke before you hit the cue ball. And that's no good. You don't want to affect your stroke like that. So the score is 44-15 and 1 dead ball. You see 44 and 15 make what, 59? But the 1 dead ball makes it 60. That's why we keep track of the dead balls. Now we know the score is right. Because it equals a denomination of 10. You know, denomination. Denomination. Man, there's a lot of syllables in that word, bro. A lot of syllabuses. A lot of syllables. All right, Brian hates this shot too. So there's a good chance he misses it here just because he doesn't like this shot. And he fired that one in. Good job on that. That's like he always says that's his nemesis, that shot, where he's got to cut it up the rail like that. And I know that shot's hard for a lot of people. And there's no trick to it. You just have to, A, stop thinking it's hard, and B, have a smooth, straight stroke, and it'll go in. There's no trick to any shot, really. That's the trick. to every shot. Stop thinking of it being hard, because when you think of it as hard, you tend to tense up, you know, and try to make it work. Really, you don't want to try, and this is going to sound weird, but you don't want to try to make the ball when you're down. You just trust that you're aimed right, and the only thing you try to do is have a nice, perfectly straight, smooth stroke. Just trust that you aim right, and think about how smooth and straight your stroke is. And you'll probably make a lot more balls than you do now. I know I did when I started trying to think that way. And it's just a mindset. It doesn't change anything else. You know, found myself, oh, he scratched there. Now we got 2 dead balls. See the cool graphic? 2 dead balls, 21-44. I got ball in hand with 3 points left on the table, which I am likely going to clean up. By the way, guys, I'm wearing one of those zip-up short rail hoodies. Listen to this. I don't know if that came through or not, man, but it's a zip up. It's got pockets, got a hood. I like it. It says short rail, you know, short on this side, rail. So if you unzip it, it'll say short rail. That's it. Very cool. Just wanted to show you. Just wanted to show you. Not that you haven't seen it already. I just wanted to point it out. So I did clean up those last couple points. We're looking at 47-21 with 2 dead balls. So I made 2 on the break there. Now I'm looking at 49, and that 2 ball propped up in the pocket for me. Boys, if I can't break and run here, I probably never can. You know what I mean? It's just the way she goes some days. Some days I break and run, you know, several racks and 9 ball throughout a set. I'll break and run several times, but other days, break and run's like tough. It's hard to buy. And the way my stroke is in this match, the way I'm jabbing at it a little bit, I can tell you it's not, I wasn't playing my best pool this day. I'm not playing horrible by any means, but definitely not playing my best. That's for sure. That was a pretty okay shot right there. That walk that ball down the rail with top and a little bit of inside English to get down there for the 5. I like that. So I should maybe run into the 6 here, or if I can avoid hitting the 6, even better. Yeah, I ran into it. That's okay, though. Yeah, it's almost impossible for that to turn out bad unless I bump it into the rail, would be the only way. Okay, hey, looking like I'm shooting a little bit better so far. See if I can get out here, man. Maybe, just maybe. Knock on some wood, you know. Knock on the old noggin. There you go. Oh, overran that one. I would have loved to have had that inside instead of the corner, but still a shot I should be able to tackle, you know? Should. There it is, but why'd I hit it so hard, bro? Oh, man. I just can't seem to get out all the way, you know? I messed that shape up. Now I got to be real careful and not to double hit this, so I need a short jabby stroke on this one. Yeah, see, I got scared to double hit it, so I let way off my stroke, and I did at least positive push the 9 to the rail, so Brian doesn't get ball in hand. Oh, and he overcut it. I was gonna say not that he really needs ball in hand because the shot was pretty easy, but he overcut it, man, proving me a liar. You know, calling me a liar. So if this ball's frozen, which I was looking at it there on film, I think it might be frozen. I can hit rail first with lots of right spin and actually hit the rail, and then the cue ball spins over and makes the 9. Even though it's an impossible cut, if it's frozen on the rail, you can make this. Yeah, just like that. Oh, watch a scratch. Don't do that to me. You done did it to me. I didn't think it. You know, I asked it politely not to do that, and it still did it. So I don't know what to do now. It's not, no, he scratched. He scratched. You know? That's just karma coming back around. I shouldn't have scratched on the last one. Now we got 3 dead balls. Saw the graphic again, you know? It's a pretty snazzy looking graphic if you ask me. Of course, I made it, so I'm a little biased, you know? A little biased. All right, so this table's looking pretty good. I can make the 2 here and just roll, or make the 1 and just roll forward a little bit for the 2. Yep. That will work right there. Now for this 3, I'm going to want to, it's hard to tell without seeing exactly how much angle I have here. If I have enough angle, I would like to use top with just a little left and come down in between the 7 and the 4 to shape the 3. If I don't have that much angle, I'll use top right and go 2 rails. Yep, that's exactly the shot I was talking about right there. Between the 7-3 and or 7-4, and now I've got a good shot at the 3. I can actually just stop this or draw it a little bit and shoot the 4 on the other side. This one looks good. Yeah. Yep, just a little quick stop shot, and I got the 4 on the other side. It's looking good. Looking good for the old Gipper, you know? Looking good for the old Gipperoo. Little draw here. Maybe got a little lucky running into the 7. I'm sure I wasn't trying to run into the 7, and if I was dumb. Shouldn't have tried to run in the 7. I think it was an accident. I was trying to draw below it. Luckily for me, though, I did run into it, which stopped the cue ball and gave me a good shot on the whatever ball that was I was shooting. All right, so this one I will draw with right spin. Come 2 rails off that rail and that rail. All right, now all I got to do here is make this ball and make sure I hit it hard enough to bounce, because I'm going to drift over towards the short rail or the long rail closest to the camera. I got to make sure I hit it hard enough to bounce back out. Yep. Perfect. It may be a Christmas miracle before Christmas, you know? I may get out here. Never know. We'll see what happens. I probably just cursed myself, I bet. I bet you I just cursed myself. Nope. I made it. Finally, I made a freaking 9 ball, you know? Jeez, oh Pete. All right, 64, 23, 3 dead balls. That adds up to a denomination of 10, so our score is accurate. Looks like I made 2 on the break. Yeah, made 2 on the break. That's pretty good. And I got a good looking shot on this one. I should be running this rack out, you know. Just there's been a couple racks in this set that I should have ran out just because the break was so nice. And look at there, I underhit that. I needed that to hit. Yeah, I was pointing at where I would have liked it to gone. That's where I was trying to get to it, but I underhit it. I was thinking the spin would speed it up off the rail more than it did. And paid the price. Now I got to kick at this 4 ball. Made a good hit. I think I'm going to leave Brian a shot here, though, it looks like, yeah. I mean, it's a thin cut, and he's got to, yeah, he doesn't really have to worry about the 7, but just the 7 sitting there kind of weighs on your mind, like it's kind of in the way, and it can mess up your shot sometimes. But I think he'll probably make this. Oh, he went for the bank. That surprises me. Oh, and he made one. He slopped one in. It looked like the 7 ball he slopped in over there. So he still gets a point for it. Slop counts in any 9 ball rules that I know. Unless you're playing like gambling, sometimes you'll say we'll play 9 ball, but call your ball. That's like a specialty rule. That's not an actual rule that people, that's written down anywhere. That's just a gambling rule people like to play. But 9 ball is slop in any league or any tournament. 10 ball's not, but 9 ball is. So the fact that he slopped that in, he still got the point. He still had to shoot, but luckily for me, he was a little bit blocked on the 2. He made a good hit and tried playing a safety on me. I don't think he got me hooked. I think I can still see the 2, but it's pretty tough. I don't think I'm not likely a favorite to make this shot. That's for sure. I could, you know, I have made shots like this. It's not impossible by any means. Just not favored. I definitely shouldn't have scratched, though. I should have kept care of where the cue ball was going. You know, that was my mistake, my fault. My bad, bro. My bad. My bad. So sad. All right. So Brian only needs 14 points. And I need, 11? 10? 9? I need 9. 8. I don't know. Somewhere in there. You guys do the math. Arithmetics aren't my strong suit. Just kidding. I'm actually okay at arithmetics. I don't know why I'm messing it up right now, but it is what it is. So Brian needs 13, and I need 8. See what happens. Straight draw. Yep. Ooh, there's my yawn. Customary yawn per video right there. There it is. If you just yawned, leave me a comment. Let me know. I bet you some of you did. All right, so 69. Cha-cha, you know. We're at 69. Cha-cha. Dabbed it. Oh, and then there's the old stroke. There's the old jabberoonie right there. There's the old jabberoonie stroke. You see me hitting the table like it was someone else's fault when I did it to myself. I did it to myself. Man, that would put me at 70, 72 if I would have cleaned up those last two balls, and I would only need 3 and breaking. Now I leave the door open for him to make a little comeback here. If he makes this, he'll be at 28, and he only needs 10. All he would have to do is break and run. Don't laugh, little Timmy. He's done it before, once. 3 dead balls, 69 to 28, 3 dead balls. Brian's break. He made 1, made 2. Nice break. He's got to look at the 1. Not a great shot on the 1, but he does have a couple options. He can bank it to what we're seeing as a top right corner. He could try cutting it to the bottom right corner. He may even be able to try to back cut it into the side. It's a little tough, but that way, if he does try to back cut it or bank it back to the side, his cue ball will come around table. Oh, he went for that corner bank and did a good job. That was a great shot, Brian. Nice work. Well done, sir. Well done. He's got to look at the 3, but not really a shot. So, oh, he's on the 2. My bad. My bad. My bad, guys. I messed it up. Well, look at this guy. That was a nice effort on that bank shot, man. Nice slow roll. Slow rolling banks are difficult. And he just did a good job on that one. He almost made that mother trucker. You know? Mother trucker, I said, bro. It's a family channel. Jeez, watch my mouth for me already. You know? Got me all talking about mother truckers. All right, I had to play that rail first with a little curve spin. I did make the ball, but now I'm in a tough spot for the 3. Maybe I can combo the 3 into the 4 and make the 4. Is that possible? If not, I play safety here. Yeah, I went for the bank and the safety. What I tried to do there was force follow. I was trying to use follow to hold the cue ball down table. So force follow, because after I hit the 3, cue ball hits the rail, tries to come backwards, but it's following forward, and that stops it. So it was just a way to keep the shape down there, but it didn't work because I didn't stroke it that good. Meanwhile, Brian makes the 3. Has a little piece of the 4, but not really a shot, I wouldn't say. Yeah, he kicked at it, tried to slop something in. Is he going to get safe? He is. Look at this guy. Okay, there's a good safety for me here. If I just hit the 4 straight as a stop shot, leave the cue ball frozen right up to the 9, and the 4 ball should come around table. I like this shot. It's actually a pretty common shot. Oh, I didn't want to hit the 6, though. Oh, still worked out. Almost made the 6 and had to shoot it from here. But that worked out pretty okay. I got lucky. You know, it worked out like I intended, but the actions weren't as intended, right? I didn't mean to hit the 6 with the 4. But the result is still exactly what I was trying to do, which is cool. Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it, guys. I'll take it any way I can get it. Brian missed. Gave me ball in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guys, if I run out here, game over. You know what I'm saying? Game over, man. Game over. 72. Yeah, if I make this 8, that'll be 73. And I hit the 9 ball for 2 points to put me at 75. You know, here it is, boys and girls. All right, I think I make this. I have a hard time believing I don't. There it is, man. There it is. Game over. Guys, don't forget Gabriella. Her GoFundMe link is in my description, man. Good people, man, and she's a young woman, just started in college, and her life is upside down at this point. So if you're able to help her, please do so, man. It's a good cause. The link's in the description. Of course, my short rail link will be down there as well on Perimeter Billiards. If you want that, code Amateur Pools a discount. But listen, if you got $10 to spare, I'd much rather you give it to Gabriella than anything else. So appreciate everybody. Brian, thanks for recording with me, man. Thanks for letting me record. I'm sorry about that 8-ball match. We're going to replay it and get it back up. Who knows? Maybe you win again. You know, there is a small chance, but not likely, bro. All right, everybody out there, thank you guys. I appreciate you. As always, man, you're the best, and we'll catch you on the next video. Peace.